Good afternoon. Today we are going to prepare two juices. To know which one is better to prepare in order to consume more and spend less, we should reduce in waste. We choose lulo juice and mango juice because we have the hypothesis that the lulo has less waste due to the fact of the seed.
First, we assured that the weighing machine was at 0 to weigh the mango. We knew that we needed a medium mango to produce a liter of juice. It weighed around 400 grams. That cost 3,511 pesitos. Then we peel it and cut it into little pieces, not taking into account the seed. We added it into the blender with 900 milligrams of water because the mango produces around 100 milligrams of it.
Stop. First, we need to clarify how we knew the measure of the water, in this case of the mango. Because at the beginning, we prepared the juice with 1,000 milliliters of water, and at the end we prepared the juice, we observed that the total amount of juice was 1,100 milliliters. So we assumed that the 100 milliliters was the amount of water that has one mango, and for that reason, we decided to choose to prepare the juice with 900 milliliters of water. 2 has the exact amount of 1 liter of juice, of mango juice.
And with that, we obtained a liter of juice. After all this process, we weighted the shell, the seed, and the residues after straining it, and the result was around 200 grams.
For the lulo juice, we made sure that the weighing machine was at 0. We used approximately 3 lulos that weighed 580 grams, that is around 3,164 pesitos. Then we peeled the lulo with the seeds and put them in the blender with 760 milliliters of water, because each lulo has 80 milliliters of water. This to have 1 liter of juice. After all this process, we weighted the shell and the residue after straining it, and the result was around 260 grams.
The weight of the mango was 400 grams and it cost in the supermarket was 3,511 pesitos. Its weight was 200 grams and with a rule of 3 we knew that it cost approximately 1,756 pesitos. And if we divide the grams waste under the grams of the total mango, we know that 50% of the mango it was waste. If we subtract the amount of waste from the total amount, we find that the amount used for the juice was 200. The weight of the lulo was 580 grams and their cost in the supermarket was 3,164 pesitos. Its weight was 260 grams and with a rule of 3 we knew that it cost approximately 1,418 pesitos. And if we divide the grams waste under the grams of the total amount of lulo, we know that the 44.83% of the lulo it was waste. If we subtract the amount of waste from the total amount, we find that the amount used for the juice was 320, which with a rule of 3, we know that cost 1,746. If we subtract the cost of the fruit used for the juice, we have that is saved in preparing the same amount of juice.
If a customer decides to do lulo juice instead of mango juice, for each liter of juice that the customer produces, he will save 10 pesitos, taking into account the standard cost, or 347 pesitos, that is the real cost in a supermarket.
Although there are needed less grams of mango to produce a liter of juice than lulo, the lulos are cheaper and their waste is lower.